Here at St. John's, I have the privilege of giving tours of our historic building. Every church building has a story to tell in its art and architecture, and St. John's has a lot to say. For 95 years, this building has proclaimed the gospel from the corner on Figueroa and Adams. Thousands of people walk and drive by each day. And I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you some of the features that you can see walking or driving by and that have something to say to our city and the world today. First of all, I want to call your attention to the lunette above the central doors of the church. It is an inscription from the 22nd chapter of Revelation, the Revelation to St. John, the last chapter of the last book of the Bible. And it says, "The Spirit and the bride say, Come. And let him that heareth say, Come. And that let him who is athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely." Father George Davidson, who was the rector when this building was consecrated in 1925, wrote that this inscription was chosen because of the desire for St. John's to be a church where everyone was welcome. And we have spent 95 years living into that vision inscribed on the front of our building. In the 1920s, it was about issues of class. Beginning after World War II, it was about going from an all-white congregation to a congregation in which Black people were not only welcome, but were an integral part of our life and work here. In the 1970s and 80s and 90s, it was about the full inclusion of women and LGBTQ plus people in the ordained and lay leadership of the church. And in our own time, it has been about embracing and reflecting the racial and ethnic and cultural diversity of the city that we call home. I'd also like to call your attention to the pavement in front of the church, the plaza. Here inscribed in the concrete, we have the three symbols of the great Abrahamic faiths. We have the Star of David representing Judaism. In the middle, we have a cross at a 45-degree angle, like a St. Andrew's cross, representing Christianity. And on the other side, we have interlocking crescents representing Islam. Every cathedral has a mission to be a house of prayer for all people, and this mission has been embraced particularly at St. John's in recent years with the work of the Keyboard Center and the many interfaith events that the Keyboard Center has hosted here at St. John's. Finally, I'd like to go up the facade of the church, up to the corner. Looking up, you see an angel carved high above the pavement here, looking out, not looking inward to the church, but looking out over Adams Boulevard, looking to downtown on a clear day to the San Gabriel Mountains. It's an angel, a guardian angel, in prayer. And there's another angel on the opposite corner as well. These angels symbolize the prayers of saints and angels and the prayers of the people of St. John's that have risen from this block for 130 years. Prayers for the people of St. John's and their loved ones and their needs and concerns. Prayers for the work of this parish. Prayers for this city and for the world. Prayers for peace and for reconciliation. These prayers continue to be offered week by week and day by day, and these angels are a reminder of those prayers that come from this place every day of the year. And so, once again, if you're in our neighborhood, even though our doors are closed right now, stop and walk by, drive by, and remember the inscription above the door. The Spirit and the bride say, "Come."